631-228. Tune in and vibe. Don't be late. Let's talk Tuesday. Come and ride the wave. AK Cruise. Got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30. We go strong. Keep it rich and real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday. Where the people speak. Cruising radio. We bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK Cruise. The mics that roll. Politics, love. What's hot in the street? Culture, the grind. What makes us complete? Voices of the people. Richmond pride. AK drops gems. Cruise rise the vibe. It's not just a show, it's a movement real tight. Breaking down the noise, shedding truth and light. So every Tuesday night, don't miss the beat. Cruise Inc.'s live in the convos elite. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruise, they talk for you. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK Cruise, got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30, we go strong. Keeping Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday, where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK Cruise, the mics that throne. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruise, they talk for you. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruise, got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30, we go strong. Keep it rich and real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday, where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruise, the mics that throne.
We bring the heat from the street, whether it's politics or relationships or whatever. We bring it just for the people. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right, it is Let's Talk What?
It's Tuesday.
I'll tell you why I don't have that same image over there, but yeah, it is Let's Talk Tuesday. How y'all doing, America and around the world? We appreciate you stopping in with us this evening. We have a great show for you. I think you're gonna enjoy this. So see right now, call your friends, your neighbors, the cats, the dog, everybody. Tell them come on in. And you know, back in the day, at like certain time, everybody would come in the house and sit right in front of that little square television, the consoles and everything. You know,
What you talking about?
I know. See, my grandmother used to like I Love Lucy, and so 6 o'clock when I Love Lucy came on, everybody that was at the house came right there in the front, sit down on the floor because we weren't sitting on the sofa, baby. She said, "Y'all sit y'all butt on the floor because y'all been out there. You smell brassy." You heard that?
Get this camera right here, focus.
Sure, I'll focus it. Focus camera.
Yeah, it's not focused.
That's not focus
at all.
Camera.
Just tap it.
Just tap it. Tap it one. Tap it twice.
Does it look like it's tap focus? Is
Nope.
it clear?
Nope. Clear. It's foggy.
No, just tap the middle.
Tap the middle. Tap the middle again. And tap again. It's time. There we go. There we go. All right. Cut me off in the middle of my grandma's. So,
Yeah, but
no, it's good. All right. As I was saying, I know you heard the term brassy. Okay, yeah, that's right. You can sit on the front of your brassy. You've been outside smelling like the breeze in the grass, brassy. Oh man,
Grandma. Okay.
yep, grandmas. I can't sing that song. But anyway, I'd like to welcome you once again. And we got to pay some bills as always. First of all, we certainly appreciate you being here. But again, if you've been involved in an accident and there was no fault of your own, who do you call? You call the G Law Firm. Why? Because they are going to work tirelessly for you. They're going to make sure that you get compensated for the injuries, for your time off, for your medical bills, and all other essentials, medicine, you name it. They're going to make sure that you get your just claim. And so remember now, they're relentless, reliable, and they have a great reputation. They've gone through it as lawyers themselves, as attorneys, and they know what to expect from the other attorneys and adjusters and the insurance company. So they're going to have your best interest in mind. And if we can we, since we're over here in this commercial about personal injury, there's no fault of your own. Can we do a shameless plug here?
Mhm.
Well, my girl's gonna be a tad bit slow tonight. Not gonna be able to jump up around you. If you notice, she didn't come in dancing like she normally do, and that was because
Hold on. Here we go.
that was because, and I'm just glad, thank God, first of all, even though that she's here because she was involved in an accident. And I want to tell you right now, it was no fault of her own. Unfortunately,
That
on
part.
Saturday, a driver entered the main highway, and from all indications and what we could tell, the driver failed to yield, and so um, it impacted AK's vehicle and really shook up real bad, so much that the airbags deployed. Correct, and then that is a severe impact whenever your airbags deploy. And again, thank God that you banged up, but you're here. It could have been even more serious because airbags can be, they're supposed to be
Yeah.
safety thing, but they can be a little bit dangerous. Cat.
Yeah.
Have you ever had some maybe some clients in the past when the airbags deployed? It did.
And you actually burned them.
Uh,
Yeah. That's why a lot of smoke
okay,
coming from everywhere. Like the damn car was on fire. It's like, Lord, what's going on right there?
right.
But,
You hear that way, looking good, everything.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Gotta keep the meds in for the
yeah.
pain. And I'm not a med kind of chick. I can't take medicine
Okay.
because it just affects me a different way. It's like I'm not all there, so
Mm.
I can be really careful. I can't pop them every time I'm in some pain. Let me say that.
You can't
I
pop.
can't do them every 4 hours, like instructed. I can't.
Right.
I won't be able to handle it. So.
I understand. So some people, and people over there, this is a good segue, to be careful even with prescription drugs because
Mm.
once
Mhm,
you are,
mhm.
you know, taking those for your, especially like the strong oxycodone and some of the others that they prescribe for your pain, you can become real addicted to those. So please only use those prescriptions as prescribed by your physician. And once you're finished with them, please lock them up. Be safe with because kids can get their hands on them. Teens sometimes get their hands on them. And then some of you adults, and you have to be careful. They'll be out selling your pills as well. So,
Mhm,
lots
mhm.
of things. Now, I know you got your all blamed up over there.
If I gotta wear this thing for like a couple of weeks, I didn't blink. Or someone else blinged it out.
Okay. That's
Kind of
it.
blinged it a little bit.
You got the blingy bling bling.
I got 2 weeks in this thing. Go back.
Okay.
From there, I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
All right. Yeah, we're glad to have you here.
Grace and mercy. That's all I can tell you.
Hey.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, it was. That's
I don't wish a car accident on absolutely nobody. But
I took photos of the vehicle, and man, both vehicles suffered some significant damage. And again, just by the way that person hit you, and then pushed your vehicle, sort of skid marks on that one. So
mhm.
that can be terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah.
So
It was rather loud.
I can only imagine.
It was rather loud.
And that's I've been in a couple, and you're absolutely right. It is loud.
Mhm.
In fact, you think that
Mhm.
it's like somebody shot a bomb or something in your car.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes off.
Yeah.
I know when my stepson was in the other one, you know, uh, it shook him up as well. And
Mhm. Mhm.
even to this day, right now, he has difficulty in wanting
Mhm.
to drive. He's like, somebody comes close to him, you can see him flinch.
Right.
So
Yeah. The
hopefully,
side streets is not gonna be my friend for a little while.
yeah, especially if you see a vehicle
We'll be
approaching.
approaching the
Yeah,
side street and just did not stop at the stop sign. Not stopping at the stop sign. Look like they're coming out.
yeah.
So,
So y'all keep AK, in your prayers, and that she have a complete recovery, not just a speedy recovery, but a complete recovery on this as well. I got the comments up, so when you guys are out there, I'll be able to see the comments, and we want you to join into this conversation. There's a lot going on within the past week or so. We may touch on that, may not. Again, prayers for those that were involved in the Colorado shooting.
mhm.
The kids out there. And it's sad that our kids were only 5 weeks into school. Yeah,
Everybody on my page probably needs to just go over to the Let's Talk Tuesday page. I don't know why this camera won't focus, but it's not focusing.
I need to make one more.
I
I make
don't know.
one more
It's
trip.
just not focusing. I have no idea why it's not
Well, let's see. We're gonna put one more touch on it. In the meantime, if you will keep us moving, well, I'm put a little touch on it.
focusing. We have about 30 minutes of this show today.
About
That's about all I can give you today.
is that it?
About 30 minutes.
Hey, Michelle, Glasscott is watching. Cynthia Coleman is watching. Tiffany Hicks is watching. Uh, yeah, Miss Cherry, we know it's blurry. We need you to tell us. We have been working on this. Okay, it should be better now. All
It's
right.
not, the camera's just not focusing. I have no idea why it's not.
That's because you're moving. Yeah, it's because you're moving. We got to set your camera where this one don't try to
We're
track
clear.
you. Yeah, we'll do that next time. But yeah, so
It just started that. I think the last couple times it's that particular camera on that side for some reason.
that's true. But again, hello to all those people I just shouted out. Certainly appreciate you all. And again, if you're on AK's page, she'll see your comments. If you're on the Let's Talk Tuesday page, I will see your comments. And also, again, we appreciate you. I want to talk about this subject. I kind of borrowed this subject a little bit, because I was listening to a show. I'm not going to call that show name, and they
Hmm.
were talking about interracial
Hmm.
relationships, not necessarily for you, but how would you feel if AK Nicole, no, AK, you gotta give her something like that. AK Caitlin, yeah, AK Caitlin Knight, AK Caitlin Knight came home and she said, "You know what, Mom? I found this guy, and really, really great guy. Um, I want you to meet him. It's one of those guess who's coming to dinner type things." You ever watch that movie, by the
I
way?
did.
Yeah, those are
I
strong
don't think
movies.
anybody care anymore.
You don't think they care?
Well, maybe not on our end. I mean, do we really care unless he's just a jerk? But a lot of still racist people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, the white guy bringing the black girl home, that may or may not be an issue. It just all depends. You know his family before he say, let's go home.
Well,
Let's go meet the parents. Before we walk in there, don't put somebody in, black girl in no harm's way because you know that you have racist parents.
and then to think, okay, like I said, you know that you're involved in this relationship, but there's the possibility, or there will be perhaps children that will be born into that situation or that family or whatever. And again, you know, and that's one thing about sometimes the African American community for the whole. We are, accepting pretty much of anybody. You know, in terms of who you bring home, unless it's just as you indicated, it's a jerk or she a gold digger.
Mhm.
We'll open the doors and say, come on in and whatever. But on other cultures, they're not that accepted. And I was thinking today, I said, you know what? You don't see a lot of East Indians dating and marrying outside of their culture. What that?
What are you saying?
East
Indian?
Indians, yeah,
Indian.
right. Exactly. They're very now. There are a few, as like I said, the younger generation. They're getting more into the non-traditional marriages and having kids, but you don't find. I mean, it's probably a minute amount. Um, but you know, I think some people. I heard one guy said it all depends on how that person is treating his daughter or son.
Mhm.
So you agree with that's the most important thing?
I don't know. How somebody's being treated it is important. But do people really care? It's the question. Do you think they really care?
I think it all depends on um, what part of the country you're in.
Okay, true.
Yep. You out in Utah, unless you playing ball for Utah football or basketball, that might be an issue, and it still may be an issue.
Mm.
You know, yeah, that's good. Y'all fraternize and you talk, but now we're talking about a relationship where there's a possibility of bringing interracial kids into that relationship. And
Mhm.
those of you that were watching the screen earlier, I had a picture of a family. It's an African American man, white female, and their kids, were even though they were relatively light skinned, you can tell again the dominant
Mhm.
race there in that. So Papa Danny might not be too pleased with that. The old Cracker Barrel man. I ain't gonna go back with the Cracker Barrel man. Yeah. What did we call the
I
Cracker
don't know
Barrel
what you
man
call this
a
guy.
couple weeks? We'll call him Billy. Billy might not be too pleased with that, and Ernestine might not be far from it. But you would think at this day and age, 2025, you're right. It wouldn't matter as long as those children are healthy, as long as they are being treated well. But here's the possibility: they have to go out into a real world, AK.
They do.
You know, so how do you prepare children, which in the young stage, they don't know anything about racism? That's a taught
I was going to
behavior.
say the same thing. Yep, it is. They're teaching that at home.
Hmm.
These kids, and kids are playing around the house, and the mom, dad's in the kitchen talking, and they thinking the kids are not paying no attention. They're hearing everything,
Right.
sucking it all in, taking it
Exactly.
in.
Yep. And sooner or later, they're feeling that that's the norm because, oh,
Mhm.
my mom and dad, who I love so dearly, they have this behavior toward these particular people of color or race or, whatever it may be. And so again, they take on that persona. Uh, and sometimes even in our culture, depending on, you know, what we're talking about, who we're talking about. There are certain phobias that certain behavior that we talk about in our homes that can be prejudice against other people. You know, they really,
Well,
they really can. But I want to hear from you guys.
it's, it's all races, really. You got some black folks that act the same way with black folks.
Well, there you go. But that leads up to a great question. Can a race be racist against its race?
Oh yeah, yeah,
You think so?
yes,
You know,
yeah.
the definition, they said that it has to be an opposite race. I don't necessarily like I said, believe that because, again, there are a lot of people, especially when you get into, and my wife and I were talking about this a little bit today, that color thing, dark skin versus
Mm-hmm.
light skin. And guess where we learned that behavior from? From the farm. I mean, from the plantation. From the plantation, it was Willie Lynch, and I love this movie. That Jim Brown and I'm trying to remember the guy that was in Baby Boy. The other, anyway,
I know what you're
big guy.
talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were in prison, and he went and got a book, and it depicted what Willie Lynch had told the slave owners how to control their slaves. And one of the things, he always he mentioned that you would separate them with a mind game, and that you would take the light skinned ones and you would treat them just a little bit better, and you would make them would pit them against the field, uh, the field hands and the darker hue black people. Both now, mind you, we all the same race, but because of that control,
Mm-hmm.
and and we would see that the light skinned black people would sometimes be very negative toward the dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it still exists to this day in certain aspects that you see some kids come home, they may be a little bit darker, and
Right.
then they catching all get out at school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Don't you remember growing up and like the light skinned chicks thought they was better looking than us brown skinned chicks?
yeah,
I
yeah.
witnessed that.
Yep, and the pretty boys, we always call the light skinned
Yeah.
boys pretty boys, you know.
And God forbid if the light skinned chick had really good hair,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, yeah. She caught it, buddy. She caught it, and then she got all the attention, all the favoritism, the teachers, and everything else was
Mhm.
really dope on that student and everything. So,
Yep,
yeah,
you're right.
all this, my color, we had to go to the back of the lunch line. See, you were in the middle of the lunch
I'm
line.
in the middle.
Yeah, you in the middle. You in the middle of the lunch line. Rest of was at the back of the Oh man, y'all so crazy. Let's see.
Chocolate folks was in the back.
Yep, there you go. Wilma said it's okay as long as each one accepts the culture. It has to be absolutely open communication. Ooh, and let me blow this up a little bit here because I want to make sure we show that. And uh, do this right here. Look at boy, but technology. It has to be open communications, and when she goes on and some more about this, especially I think what she said in the schools and what we were just talking
Mhm.
about, because that's where you face a lot of the realistic things. And and I'm not going to stay on this long, but right now, down in Mississippi, we had two young men. Yeah, one was found hanging in the woods, and
Mm.
one was near the Delta State campus. Delta State is, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think Delta State University is predominantly black university. So it's going to be interesting to find out if that had any, racial implications behind it. And sometimes I'm getting so sick and tired of reading the comments sometimes, AK, because when you start reading those comments, you see the venom, and people like, well, I guess the family will be looking for some money now.
Mm.
These people just lost their son in a
Mhm.
very horrific manner, and that's the best you can do is no, there's no sympathy, no empathy, none of that. It's crazy, crazy,
I
crazy.
didn't hear about that.
Yeah, this came out today, in fact. So,
You said Mississippi.
yeah, at Delta State, and then the other one was probably about 3 hours from Delta State. I forgot what the name of the community, but they found this particular young man who had been about 27 in the woods. And so what the interesting thing is about the Delta State is that the sheriff and the police department is saying that it doesn't suspect any foul play. Now, according to a certain news source, the family is saying the young man in Delta State had broken legs and broken arms. So how you gonna hang yourself
Mm.
with your legs are broke, your arms are broke. And again, we don't know all the facts, but it will be interesting to find out, how
Mhm.
this all pans out. But again, and going back to our original topic here, if you've got interracial kids, now they're going to be, they're going to be subject to evil behavior, and we have to call it what it is, unfortunately. Um, we almost certainly appreciate those comments. You're absolutely right. You got any comments over there before as we move along?
This camera's something.
It's doing it again.
Yeah.
Can you read comments though?
You're
uh,
terrible.
don't tell them that.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of hearts going right now. Hearts.
A lot of hearts. Well, thank you all for liking. Oh, that's Wilma picture. See, hey, Wilma.
I saw it earlier.
I don't know where I was. I saw the name. I didn't see the picture. Lovely, lovely picture.
Good for mine.
Good friend. All right. Again, uh, racism has been around a long time. I remember
And
when
it's not going to go anywhere. Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
It's one of those when Jesus come home.
It's never going to go anywhere.
And when you look at it, even the reason that, and most people, if they study this theology, there's a scripture says that Jesus came into his own and his own received him not. He was harmed by, people that hated him and that
Right.
hate and was just led them to be so evil,
Yeah.
And here you are, in his particular case, you were healing people, you're giving sight to the blind, you're feeding people, and they still hate you. What does that say about this day and age? Is that you can help people, you can try to get them out of situations,
Mm-hmm.
you try to give them good advice, and they will still turn around and stab you in the back. I ain't gonna go on that conversation tonight because that's a whole nother conversation next week. We have to play that song Backstab. Stop.
No, that's you.
Stop it. But uh,
So have you ever been in an interracial relationship?
if you can call
Mm.
2 weeks, I guess.
Oh, the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it lasts. It lasts about 2 weeks.
And why is that?
Well, there was a little conflict, little minor conflict.
What was the conflict?
The conflict was she had a man and I had a woman. So but her man was a little bit more stupider than really he was a jealous dude. And the thing was, I invited both of them to a house party I had, and she was a little blonde cheerleader. I'm like, how did you end up with that goofball anyway? I'm like, man, you're like an idiot. He really was. He was a
You're
true.
like a little hating at me.
I wasn't hating because look, I could have took his woman. Yeah, I wasn't. The only reason that I told her, look, I'm not with this drama. You go on back over there with Snoopy or whatever you call it, and everything gonna be good. But yeah, like I said, because again, this is one of these back in the day, blonde, blue eyes, cheerleader. One of the ones that, for whatever reason, African American men desired to have back in that time. So anyway, what about you, man? Look, can we stop over there and see if you dated outside your race?
I have for a
Okay,
hot minute.
for a hot minute.
A little hot minute.
Did you ever think about maybe having a child with this particular person, or what if you all had?
Yeah.
You ain't go that far?
It was a when I say hot minute, it was a hot minute.
Not even hot. I mean, not long enough to lay in the bed and say, "Oh, I wonder what it would be like to have
No.
a good night." I read that was a New York. That was a New York minute.
Mm-mm.
Not that.
None of that caused my I was young. I don't even no children in no 20s.
Well, and I don't mean to sound racist, but women, young women, that's what they think about is children, the
In their
husband.
20s?
Yeah,
No.
yes, they do. We got any white women out there on call.
I'm still trying to have some fun. If I think about no children,
That's
marriage, none of that in the 20s. No.
well, a great point because again, that we're products of our teaching, right? And of my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
that the young European women are basically reared and groomed for marriage as they come up. Where y'all, let me stay out this y'all, because they y'all could get me in
It's
trouble.
about to get you in trouble.
But like I
Damn,
say,
what's up?
uh,
It's
so
about to get you in trouble. Go ahead.
you say you weren't thinking about that. What were you thinking about when you were
I was
dating
trying
this
to
person?
hang out with friends, just doing nothing, having some fun. I was not thinking about no marriage, definitely no kids, not in no 20s.
So how did y'all meet? Because I know this was Virginia. That had to
No,
be
this was in North State. This was back in the college days. And then
okay.
I went to see his parents in North Carolina, and dad liked me, and mom was like, you can't come over here.
See, mom was already envisioning the kids. I'm telling you what mom was. Mom had went and seen y'all married with children.
That was
That's what she saw, and she wasn't gonna be able to explain at the tea party them pictures on the wall or the lack of pictures on the wall because they're gonna say, Louise, where your grandkids at? And Louise got to try to explain why she don't have pictures now of Russ and Sally. She got pictures of them, but you and Bob Jr. she wasn't gonna put no pictures of you. She wasn't gonna put no pictures of you and Bob Jr. and the kids up on the the what they call them percent whatever the name. Yeah, especially Thanksgiving. Y'all
Where's
no.
his mama name again?
Uh, that's Louise.
Louise.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Louise need to worry about not ever seeing her grandchildren. What about that? We'll talk about that, but you won't ever see them.
Well, and Louise probably would have been okay with that until
And she need to be okay because they won't go stay with grandma. Not that type of grandma.
Well, when Louise is about to go see Jesus, then she probably want to go see. She wants to see the grandkids and make amends because she knows she got.
These grandkids gonna be grown when they go on their own, but
So,
under care.
uh,
You're not seeing your grandma, not with that type of attitude.
so if Louise did not accept you at the beginning, years later, like I said, the kids are grown now, and everything. You and Louise still ain't
I don't care what the
tea
kids are.
party.
If these kids are grown, they want to go over and see the grandma, have a few words with grandma, you go right ahead. It's most likely you can still be having a few words with grandma on her deathbed.
What about Bob Senior? Bob Senior said, "Look,
Bob is good.
Bob good. Bob can come over to the house."
Bob is good.
Okay,
Louise must be her ass at home.
wait a minute.
You
But
would not talk to my children any kind of way or treat them any kind of way. And you definitely wouldn't leave your children with someone with that type of mindset.
All right, I'm gonna throw it out here. Suppose Bob Junior, not Bob Senior, decide that they gonna come up. He gonna come up and visit. He bring Louise with him. Is Louise coming in the house?
Louise probably not coming in the house.
Wait a minute,
I don't even know why he bring Louise.
that's Bob Junior's mama.
It's but it's clear that Bob Jr. doesn't like the wife or the kids. So how the hell you think you can walk in my house? You're not coming in my house.
Well, see, Bob Senior like him.
Bob can come right over there.
You married to Bob Junior.
Okay. But see, can come in.
So is there gonna be
Louise gonna have her ass still in the truck.
is there gonna be a conversation between you and Bob Junior in reference to Louise, his mom, not being able to come
Get
and
your
see
mama
this?
straight. You can't get your mama straight. She can't come in here. Get your mama straight. That's gonna be the conversation. You think I'm gonna let some racist grandma talk to my children any kind of way or treat them any kind of way? And definitely when I leave them with her little raggedy ass. And none of that happening.
Okay. So I
Like
guess
I said, when these kids get grown, they can do whatever they want to do. But under my care is not happening.
I guess that may be a full blown conversation between you and Bob Jr. before y'all have kids.
You absolutely correct.
Right? Especially in that situation when you went home to meet Bob Jr.'s mom and Louise wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. Mama was like, mm-mm.
So did she talk to you at all?
Half ass spoke and didn't say nothing else.
Did y'all have
And
sit
I
down
looked
and
at
eat
Doug
dinner?
like I am so ready to go.
Really?
It was like an 80s. Like I'm ready to go.
So were y'all having dinner?
Mm-mm.
It was just a
They
cordial
didn't cook
visit.
any dinner. And evidently, I would have ate up in that camp. Even if she had cooked dinner, I thought that treatment, I would not have sat at that table. I can assure you I wasn't going to sit at that table. Even if they were going to cook dinner. I think I'm eating it. Hell no, I'm not eating nothing in that house.
I understand.
My ass be sick for the next month. No, I don't trust people like that.
You know, and going back to what we were talking about, learned behavior and stuff like that. When I was in like the fifth grade or whatever, I probably mentioned the story before. I kind of go a little bit more in depth. I was coming from a school, that was all black, and we were being it was desegregation, and so we were being transferred to a school that was predominantly white and it was mixing and whatever. And my mom was a domestic engineer.
I'm done. I'm trying to get everybody to go over to Let's Talk Tuesday
Okay.
page. This camera is just won't focus.
Y'all come on over to Let's Talk Tuesday
Because
page.
Cherry will say we need to stop moving.
Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's trying to focus on you. It has that automatic focus on there. So next time
You need to
we'll make
take
sure,
that off.
take that off.
So just jump over to Let's Talk Tuesday. You
Yeah.
guys.
Come on over. We'll leave the light on for you. But as I was saying, my mom was a domestic engineer. Okay, and so
Lord have mercy.
I have to clean it anyway. For those that don't know,
Oh, they know.
They know. I ain't got to break it down.
Well,
Okay,
go ahead. Somebody,
All right.
somebody may not. I don't know. You should know.
She was a maid, right? She was a housekeeper, nanny, and all that. But she worked for these people that, in my mind, because of the way that they treated us, I didn't know anything really about, that there's a color line or anything like that. Uh, I never questioned why she had to ride in the back seat of the car, and then it was a long time before she actually rode in the front seat of the car. Those people made sure that we, got Christmas gifts and things like that. So it was a culture shock for me when I went to, we again went to the desegregation and I spoke. All I did was send this white girl a note home, and it simply says, "Do you like me? I like you."
Mm.
That's it. What nothing raunchy, what no explicit pictures and all that kind of stuff. And so I know after I said that, the next day the principal come pull me out of class,
Mm.
and actually I don't even. It was like it was a blur after that. All I know is I ended up getting paddled, and I still didn't know what the hell for. What was wrong with me writing that note? I guess everybody else knew because the whole fifth grade was talking about it. And that same day, I went into the class. I mean, not the classroom. I went to the bathroom, and I'm like, why all these dudes standing in front of me, like mad, turning red and everything? And they really wanted to jump me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Uh, and I was gonna hit the biggest one I could. If I knocked the biggest one out, then it was gonna be all good. And so the rest of the guys from my neighborhood came in behind me, and they didn't want none of that smoke. One of them had threw some water, some got me wet or whatever.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah,
Oh wow.
it was about to be a beat down of it, and I guarantee you we weren't gonna lose. So that was probably the first time I really experienced that I was different. You know, so all we watched on television was soap operas. All I saw was white folks. I Love Lucy, Gunsmoke. The list went
Right.
on and on and
Right.
on.
True.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to the color of my skin until I looked at a picture and looked at me and my brother. And I was like, well, damn, he light and I'm dark. So it was like, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm different.
Mhm.
I am different. So yeah, that was
Got treated differently, didn't you?
well. You know what? It was funny. They did. People would gravitate to him more than would me.
Mhm.
Like I'm not Sambo. What the hell wrong with y'all? You know. And so yeah, it was weird. It really was. They would even the neighbors. And we lived in an all black neighborhood at my grandmother's, and they would buy him a bike. Nobody brought me no damn bike. It took me damn near to college to get a bike, a tricycle.
I didn't have a bike at all.
Yeah. Oh, hey y'all,
Mm-mm.
we need to do a fundraiser. A GoFundMe or something so we can get AK so she get a bike. But that's really
I've never had a bike growing up.
well, y'all had gravel
I had a
roads,
lot
so
of.
you can ride those dirt roads on a bike.
Nobody else around me had bikes. What are you talking about? I'm riding my cousin's bike.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, we did not have bikes. I do not recall getting a bike. A lot of dogs, but I don't recall getting a bike.
I think and now this is like therapy because I think now I know why I burnt my brother with that magnet. You know, because there might have been a little bit, might have been just a little tension.
Hatred?
I don't think hatred is a strong word. Maybe a little animosity.
You hating that day.
I don't know. I might have just been devious because the heaters, they're on the wall.
Mhm.
All right, so I had this big. What's going on, Big Wheel? I had this big magnet, and he laughing at you. Yeah, I had this big round magnet. I was stuck it on the heater. Okay, and so I had to be up to no good because if I had had pure intention, I went up there and grabbed the magnet with my hand, right?
Okay.
I went and got a pothole. So I knew it had to be hot. And I was like 7 or 8. And I think we're 4 years different. So he may have been about 4, something like that, maybe 5. And I told him, come here, man. And he came over there and I stuck that magnet to his forehead. Boy, that was the worst whooping I ever
You should
got.
have got your tail toe all the way
I
out.
think I did. That's probably why it took me a while to develop a butt because of all and whooped it till it would come out. But yeah, I stuck that magnet to his head. I still apologize to this day, and we're in our 60s for that. And he'll never let me forget that. He's like, man, you remember the time you stuck that magnet to my head?
I don't know how family can fight family or do something to hurt family. I haven't figured that out yet.
I mean,
We have a different
I
type of
didn't.
family in our wealthy family. We just don't. We
So you
just
never
don't
fought
do
one of your
some stuff.
cousins? You never fought a cousin?
No,
What kind of family y'all?
we ain't do no
Yeah.
fighting.
Y'all must have been that leave the beaver family or
No,
something.
but we ain't do no fighting.
Man.
We out in these damn woods. We had to get along. I mean, what we gonna fight about? There's nothing to fight about out there.
It could be. Oh well, yeah, out there, right?
There's nothing to fight about.
Oh, hey, Big Will. We talking about if your here's a question I'm gonna pose to if your son, Big Will Jr., brought we're gonna call her Sally. If she brought Sally home and about to get into a serious relationship with her, would you object to that? And especially with the possibility of Big Will Jr. and Sally having kids. So think about that and
Focus that camera one more time.
focus camera one more
I
time.
can't
All
get
right.
in the mood.
All right. Hey, y'all.
To
Wait,
Let's
that's
Talk Tuesday
y'all.
page.
Come on over to Let's Talk Tuesday.
Yeah, if you're on my
But
page, go over to Let's Talk Tuesday. This camera is not focusing properly.
let's see, because you got to, let's see.
Please tell me
Okay.
I did something to the camera.
Hey, Renee, Judy, Dennis,
Then it says society and family can force the end to what will be a great relationship.
Mm.
That's a great comment.
Yeah, you better say that, Dennis. Is that Dennis
Uh,
Sneed?
yes, Dennis
He
Sneed.
was my band teacher.
Okay. Got Vernell Green is watching. Let me see.
Hey.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that's a great comment. And you're right. Family can, you and that person can be having a great relationship, and they can put so much pressure, so much
Mhm.
stress into your relationship that it causes problems and a lot of other things. But get back to this family fight. That's why they call it family feud.
Did you ever fight your brother?
No, I was protected. I did a little quirky stuff to my brother, you know.
I
Uh,
mean, like you're mad and y'all fighting.
no,
Cousins.
no cousin I did. Sure did it.
I just
Hell
can't
did.
remember. I can't remember that. I don't know if Cynthia Treese watching, but I can't remember us fighting each other. I just can't. I can't remember ever doing it.
Yeah, I had a cousin. We about maybe a year apart, and this is when the ringworms were, uh, rapid back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and so I come from school and found out that somebody's hat that I put on, uh, infected me with ringworm, and so he's sitting there laughing, talking about I'm walking through. Billy Joe and Hattie Joe was sitting on the Tallahatchie Bridge. Some crazy song, and he just kept saying ringworm man." And so by the third time he said that, I popped him in his jaw. Boop!
He probably deserved to get caught.
Yeah, I'm like
Oh,
talking
that.
all that noise. You already in a cast. I'm about to break your jaw now. So
Mhm.
yeah, and then I popped him and I ran. He was trying. My mom was, she was like, "Y'all cut that out."
Mhm.
But yeah. But see, that was me. You have to be bothering me. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna bother. All right. So Big Will said, "I don't have to live with them. I don't care." Right then,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
pretty much what you said earlier. A lot of people probably wouldn't care. They say because you ain't got to deal with it. Now, Big Will, if they come to live with you, is that a different thing? You got Big Will Junior, Sally, Big Will the third, and Sally Mae the second, and they won't live with you. Is there going to be and I know this is kind of harsh question here, is there going to be any differential treatment between if your grandkids are mixed or if they're solid African American? Would you treat your grandkids any different if they were mixed?
No, no, the kids. No, but some folks,
Yeah,
try to take it out on the kids because they're really mad with the son or the daughter who actually married the other race.
right.
So that's the sad part about it.
You see that even if it's not mixed, that some people play preferences between grandkids and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the sad part. The kids really don't have anything to do
Nothing.
with the parenting and all that kind of stuff, and you'll see that again if the kids with the little curly hair, grandma gonna treat them a little bit better
Mm-hmm.
per se than the ones that got the cotton field hair, not even cotton field briar
So bad
patch,
right now.
because you had to take a little bit extra time of combing and a little bit more juice on it, uh, curly curl. All right, so Big Will said uh, you have to have a time limit. Time limit.
Time limit meaning.
Yeah, expound on that for us, Big Will. And a time limit. That's interesting. So, yeah. Uh, and we're gonna, like I said, we ain't gonna belabor this point all night. But I thought that was a interesting conversation because again, we're supposed to be at a time that there's supposed to be unity, peace, and we still seeing divisions even in the home and even with family. You know.
it's never going to go away. And then we got the worst president in the world, and he's just practicing all kind of racism every single day. Like people don't see it, you know.
It must be Ray Charles. If you can't see, and here's the thing, AK, um, for him, it's all about power and money.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care about what
Yeah.
the relationships
Yeah.
or anything else
Yeah.
like that. And we're probably going to touch on this next week a little bit. But even with this, the Charlie Kirk assassination, there's been so much, again, venom that has been that is spewing and continues to spew, and that the fact that I was looking at several different things, trying to find out why in the world, if Charlie Kirk can say all the things he wanted to say about black women and transgenders and all that, but there is in the government, it's saying if you say anything about Charlie Kirk that's negative, you can lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
Even at there was a school superintendent said the same thing about the staff. If they posted anything out publicly, they could lose their teaching license. And so I'm like, wait a minute. The Second Amendment covers, well, I'm going to say unfortunately, well, it does. It covers all opinions and speech. So you can have your opinion. I may not agree with it, but
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
Second Amendment means that I can't sanction you.
So the person that made the comment that everybody's up in arms with, and I think Sears even said this person needs to be terminated. Was this teacher black or white?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, but I know uh, whoever, and it doesn't matter from what they're saying is whether you're black or white. If you say something negative about Charlie, you can lose your job. And I think that is the most asinine thing because Charlie Clerk was saying some horrific stuff about Martin Luther King,
Mm-hmm.
and he did not lose his job. So, okay, Dennis Steve got to come in here and go back. Back in the day, interracial relationships would cause trouble at work by
Mm-hmm.
leadership and coworkers, especially if led a group. Perceptions of others of you could cause harm to you as far as a participation in a group, one led, um, a group led. I got what you're saying, Ben. Yeah, it could. If you in a inter
And it was,
thank you very much. Sometimes, yeah, you're in that mixed relationship, and you are even in certain communities where they got HOAs. That
mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
HOA could say we don't want any inter. Why can I? I've been saying it all night.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, any mixed marriages or relationships in our community. And so you're right. On the job, it can cause issues. We talked about it in the school, it causes issues.
Mm-hmm.
Even in family, big thing. So the Chester, he said the teacher in Chesterfield was white.
That
So
made that comment.
yeah, that again was she was threatened with termination.
So they have not terminated her though, right?
Uh, they were they had told her no, she resigned. That's what it was kind of like a forced resign. But they always give you options. Either I tell you what you can do. Um, we can terminate you. You get no benefits, or you can just
Mm-hmm.
voluntarily leave. And that's probably what that situation
And she
was.
pretty much said he got what he deserved. What did she say?
I don't know if somebody would find that, Dennis, you know exactly what you said, because again, that's her opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
she has a right to her opinion. I guess when it becomes uh, where it's out here in the public, but he said his stuff openly. He said it at debates. He said it, that again, black women like Michelle Obama and judge that's on the Supreme Court, Tanya Jackson, all those women did not have the brain power to get those positions on their own, and that affirmative action helped them to take jobs from us. Said Dr. Martin Luther King was not a good person.
Who's that?
That's what Charlie Kirk said.
Hmm.
You know, and we got people that are ready to. They're saying that, well, if Dr. King has a statue in D.C., they want a statue of him in D.C. Now, here's
Come on now.
yes, yes, I kid you not.
But what has he done?
Nothing,
Like I said,
nothing.
I really haven't heard this guy's name until the guy got shot.
And
So I
you
haven't heard
didn't
much
hear
about the guy.
him until he saw. This is somebody that worked with him. Stated that Charlie really wasn't a fan of Trump's until he saw that Trump may become the head Republican, and then he twisted and flipped, allegedly to become a friend of Trump, so that he can further his political career. Now, flip side of it, y'all, is that the person that's being held for allegedly shooting
Mhm.
Charlie was up on a second floor building,
Mhm.
had a allegedly a sniper rifle that after he shot him, he had time to take the barrel off, jump off the building, run over to the woods, put the barrel back on the gun, and leave it in the woods.
Some don't even sound right. I know they didn't report that. Is that reported?
That is what they're saying this young man did.
Maybe that's why this guy's not cooperating. They say he's not cooperating.
Well,
That doesn't even sound right. How you do all that?
right, and that
Something doesn't sound right.
allegedly they found DNA that connects him to this murder.
Yeah, they put it. Yeah, they found it all right.
So this is and so that also Charlie Kirk had started asking for the release of the Epstein files as well. And so there are several different theories, and that even O'Bannon, who was a staunch supporter of Trump, that helped him to get elected the first time, said that this young man is a patsy, that he's the fall person for this, and
Wow.
so we'll I'll never know the truth, but my first, and this is my impression here, my opinion, is that uh, they're trying to make this guy out of a martyr. They're trying to make him a Malcolm X or Medgar Evers or Dr. King and many others. But like you said, what has he done?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what has he done.
Other than what he did was he galvanized all of the young Republicans. See, Trump could not get to the young Republicans without Charlie
Okay.
Kirk.
Okay.
Charlie Kirk had a way of, again, that's why 3,000 people are out there at that
Okay.
university,
Yeah.
yeah, to listen to him. So he
I
was
really didn't know much about the guy. I mean, I'm sorry his life, his life was
Right.
taken because nobody's deserved their life taken,
exactly
regardless of what their opinion is or what's going on in the world. So I'm not 100% convinced that this young man that they're holding did it, if he did it or acted alone. I just don't. Something else is going on.
First of all, when I talk to other experts, army experts, sharpshooters, marksmen, and stuff like that, that young man would have to be, and he's only 22. Not saying that he's not phenomenal or whatever, but with that type of shot, that type of distance, he would have to have been like, we talk about super Delta Force type of skills.
Mhm.
They hit him from almost 100 yards away. And then, okay, here's okay, y'all. But disappear, y'all understand. Uh,
Oh, oh, oh,
the
oh.
shot of the building came across this way. But what many experts are saying, including people that were close, the shot came from, I think it was his right side and exit out of his left side. So we got a conflict on which way the
The
bullet
bullet.
entered in and out. So, but all this again, and my last question, and the last thing I want people to understand. So right after the shooting, HBCU started getting death threats.
Yeah, what's that about? I don't even understand. How are they putting one and one, putting us two together?
They put one and two together. Same reason that we got 47 in the White House. Totally illogical, and that's why I always say you can't move off of emotions
Right.
because emotions will make you do stuff
Yeah.
that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we see a lot of people right now. Uh, Charlie Kirk said the things that most, unfortunately, white national Christians feel.
Mhm.
And so, by him being their voice and their voice being
Mhm.
killed, and then let me tell you about the Utah government said, um, okay, some great comments. Said, Big Will said I have to read the statement before I don't let anyone live with me. Before you come, there's an agreement and a time limit. Okay, I got it. Big Will said, first of all, before you bring your little ditty bag and everything, and just understand, you ain't gonna be that long. And yeah, it's gonna be some rules to stay in there. I got you, Big Will, because I asked him about if the grandkids and um, Will Junior and all them came. He said only for a little while. We ain't gonna be here long, you know. And
Mhm.
so then it says, uh, it's the pressure. It says it is a way to take pressure off of Trump, just as they said when Trump was shot. True, smoke and mirrors. You got to remember, this country was built
Mhm.
on falsehood from day one, and that again, and a lot of people don't read their. If they read their entire history, there were people called indigents that came over
Mhm.
here, and those people were white people, and
Right.
they got a chance to work their way out of slavery. We came over here, and well, not we didn't come over here. We were brought over here, and we were thought of as less than human. And but if we go back and think about who came back to the back of Africa and brought us out to the coast to get here from the beginning, I'll tell you who. Within there was tribes that took other tribes and said, you
Mm.
know what? You take these little dusty folk on over there and give us some guns
Mhm.
and stuff
Mhm.
and whatever. You take them, we'll keep going back in the woods because we know y'all ain't going back there at all, and we'll bring them up here to the East Coast to you. And so that's again the mentality. For some reason, evilness has always been about selling each other out, backstabbing each other, and then thinking that again. I used to hear this term, and I didn't quite understand it. I'm not trying to be funny, but it was like people would think that the white people's ice was always colder
Mhm.
than the black people's ice,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
unfortunately, we still have a lot of people that believe that.
Mhm.
They won't do business with black businesses.
Yep.
Some of that is valid. Some of it is way off because there are a lot of black businesses out here that they do extremely well. Then AK is one of those that do extremely well, and offer quality service. But there are some people will go back to one of
Mhm.
these other event venues,
Mhm.
and just because it happens to be owned by, somebody else of a different culture.
Yeah.
So we got to start to break the generational curse. We need to talk about that.
It's not going to go anywhere.
We,
We can
AK,
talk till we blue in the face. It's
I,
not going to go anywhere.
I'm like Jesse Jackson. We got to keep hope alive.
We keep hope alive.
We got to keep hope alive. Let's
You know.
see. I want to read a few more comments from Dennis here. He said, "Will take attention away from the mess Trump has our country in, as well as in the investigation of Trump." True. Big Will asked, "Did you hear about the two guys in Mississippi that were hung?" Yes, Big Will. We briefly talked about that. The young man at Delta State University, and then the other young man that was probably about four. I think they said 3 or 4 hours from
Right.
Delta State University. So yeah. So again, there's going to be a lot that we're going to see, and I want to say again, we can't live in fear, but when you're out here, you have to be careful because you never know who has an axe to grind. And I see a lot
Yeah.
on IG and TikTok where some of these people are getting very, very bold. And, they're doing things that they normally would do. They wouldn't, they were doing some stuff when Obama was in office, but they were not as bold as they are now
Right.
because they got somebody that they feel. Let me tell you something. If your little butt get out here and do something stupid, you think Trump gonna let you off unless you got some money? I beg to differ. If you are a rural person, you wear flannel shirts with coveralls, and you come out of the backwoods spit stuff, and you do something, that man is not gonna give you a pardon or anything else unless you got some money to put in his pocket. So, actually, but if you want to, get out here and do something, get your tail woe out. Because I done seen too many buck up. There was that song, buck, nuck if you buck, or buck if you nuck. One of them, you gonna get some smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump, he pardoned the Christmas.
Well, they got money and they blonde, you know. So we're gonna see it
And they
do.
have a daughter that's black, half white. Not
Yeah,
a daughter, but a granddaughter.
but they
That
have
they treat very well.
okay. And thank y'all for doing it. Yeah, I appreciate you, y'all.
Very well.
And let me say this: like there are good black people, there are good white people, there are evil black people, there are evil
Mhm.
white people. So evil really don't have a color or race or anything else. Evil is evil, no matter how you slice it. At the end of the day, I think that's what we need to leave people with is that thought. Yeah, a lot of race baiting, a lot of
Mhm.
fear mongering, all that kind of stuff. I had somebody jump on my Facebook page and say, "You spewing hate." Hell no, nigga, what I'm spewing is, oh, excuse me. Woo! Woo! Oh, anyway, can we bleep that?
Too late now.
We
They
live,
put that
right?
out.
Okay, we like at the images or something. You can't, Anyway, I would say, and this guy, he's really cool dude or whatever. But I told him, man, I'm talking about spiritual hate here. How did you link up that I'm talking about, race or anything else like that? It is what it is. And first of all, probably if we get more great white people
Mhm.
start to stand up and talk about, hey, this is wrong, especially those Republicans that know what Trump is doing is wrong.
Right.
And then I ain't even talk about our Democrats, but anyway, uh, he said, "Oh, one was from my hometown." Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Big Will. In fact, what's the guy that played Juana, man? I've interviewed him.
Mhm.
He was saying down in Wilson, North Carolina,
Mhm.
that there's some stuff going on down there in Wilson, North Carolina right now, and he's been trying to contact the mayor. He said that he grew up in Wilson, he know those streets, and he
Right.
said that you know what's going on down there needs to be investigated, and that the mayor and all those people that in power are really not giving him the time of day.
Mhm.
So again, we have to continue to be vigilant. We have to continue to talk about things like this because
Mhm.
a lot of times people just want this stuff to go away. Oh, sweeping under the rug.
Right.
It's not that bad. You all are just being extra. You exaggerate the situation or you trying to take advantage of a
Mhm.
situation.
Mhm.
No, you all just had Kaepernick kneel down and he can't play anywhere. And then during the NFL game at some of the stadiums, they had a moment of silence for open Christian nationalist racists.
Mm.
And Jerry Jones, I've been a diehard Cowboy fan,
Mhm.
but you have pissed me the hell off. And I'm gonna be real pressed. And I know you don't give a crap because
Right.
my little not watching the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm gonna say this, and it's about to tear my heart up when I say this. Every black Dallas Cowboy fan should boycott the rest of the season because you openly again showed us your true colors. You got a league that's 50 to 63% African American athletes,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
you treat them like like they don't matter when you do stuff like that. So on that note,
Jerry's still hanging in there. But he's right there. He's hanging in there.
and his son probably you talk about
Probably,
a
probably not even any
right.
better, right?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Money and power will again, as the word says, the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not the money; it is the love of it where it becomes your idol, and it's idolatry that is going to again uh, be a shocker for a lot of people. Day of judgment.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, everybody. Again, appreciate you guys being here tonight. Appreciate all the comments. Big Will, we're praying for the young man that was from your hometown. I know that has to be extremely tough on that entire town. And
Mhm.
be careful. Be careful out there, everybody. Just everybody be careful. We love you guys. We appreciate you all being here with us this evening. As I always say, whatever comes from the heart reaches the heart. Let somebody know how much you care about them. Okay?
Yeah, just before we go, we'll just give a shout out to recording artist Samuel Johnson, aka Buku. His birthday was Sunday.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Also, my good friend, NBA referee Tony Brothers, his birthday was Sunday as
All right.
well. Same day as Buku's birthday. So shout out to him. They just named a ballroom at Norfolk State University after Tony Brothers and his wife Kim
Awesome.
Brothers yesterday. That was amazing. So congratulations, Tony and Kim. Happy birthday, Tony. Happy birthday, Buku.
You got two events coming up. Need to mention those.
We have a tea party coming up the 27th. You haven't gotten your tickets, not many tickets left because it's only a limited seating. And once we reach that number, we're cut off. And I only think that we have about 7 or 8 tickets left for the tea party. So come get your tea party tickets. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be empowering some women. We're not here to have no ceremony, none of that, but we got a few little surprises for you. We got some giveaways for you. We're going to have some food. We're going to drink a lot of tea, however we drink it.
All
And
right, then.
so it's going to be a really, really great day. Then we have Buku and recording artist Fee Blue. We're coming back in November the 8th here at Venue AK on the big side. And that's going to be an amazing show. If you have not gotten your tickets, because we are cutting those off at a number as well, after that number, we're not letting anybody else in. And I don't want to have the same kind of problem we had when Buku did a single release. People was calling him the day of, and I was like, he's coming to me. I'm like, you better not sell that ticket. You better not take that donation.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, they can't get in this building.
Hey.
So it was that kind of party. So it's gonna be a really great show. So if you don't know who recording artist Fee Blue is, please go out and check out her page. And if not, you can see her November the 8th here at Venue AK. It's going to be an amazing show. You don't want to miss that show.
Absolutely.
We got some special guests coming in the house. Some other recording artists is going to be in the house as well. So some special guests is going to be in the house. So it's going to be nice.
Fantastic. And not a shameless plug, but each day at 2:05 you can hear
Yeah.
you can hear Buku and you can hear another artist, that local artist by the name of Big Mike. And we're going to be adding some more local artists here that Again, you'll be able to go this specific time, Monday through Friday, on Cruising Radio 102.8 and hear their songs. Support them because it's very important, again, that we support the artists, not only on the stations and everything, but also when they're out performing. And I got some real great news. We continue to build our station. We
Mhm.
have a young lady by the name of Brandon Moss Scott. Brandon Moss Scott is a Grammy Award winning indie artist who was on the World Book, the Guinness Book of World Records, for the longest running indie artist with her remake for Benny and the Jets. Well, she has a show on Sunday now at 7 o'clock where she plays music from back in the uh, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And she said music that made sense back in the day. So,
Mhm.
7 o'clock on Sunday evenings, right after the jazz. We got a wonderful jazz show that comes on from 1 to 7, and Brandy comes on at 7. And then I'm excited because I got some fire uh, female DJs, and we just got another one that's coming in. Her name is DJ Destiny. Is going to be a part of Cruising Radio 102.8, and so we're going to have some back to back. We got DJ Pink Diamond that's going to be that she come on, and then right after that is going to be DJ Destiny. So again, man,
All right.
we doing some crazy wonderful things. And I was talking to somebody. I got to talk to my partner over here about a day party soon. Maybe around about my birthday time uh, for Cruising Radio 102.8 right here at the venue. So a lot of great things
All
happening.
right. There
Stay
you go.
tuned. Follow AK on her page. Follow me on my page. All the Cruising Radio pages. Let's Talk Tuesday page. Support us. And if y'all just happen to want to give us a little donation, hit us up. We'll tell you how to donate to us. We'll accept Cash App, Zelle. We haven't got the major credit cards yet, but we're working on that. I'm done. I'm done.
Done. We'll see y'all next week on Let's Talk Tuesday.
All right,
Let's
everybody.
talk
Have
about
a
it.
great weekend.
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.